Hello and welcome back to Premier League Predictions, the show which does what it says on the tin. It's game week 30 and we're here to predict all the action in the Premier League for this game week. Should we get right into it? Very close to the end of the season now, and that means we're getting to the business end where games mean all that little bit more. But yeah, first game on the Saturday then, the 12:30 kickoff, Manchester United versus Everton. Not one of the most high-stakes games, but if Manchester United... Oh, go on then, give your thoughts. Is this one of the most high-stakes games?
Sean Dyche's big men travelling to Old Trafford. I don't think they'll have enough.
Well, I think he'll outball Ten Hag, so...
Just for reference, obviously, we haven't seen the Game Week 29 games.
Of course, this is recorded in advance.
We are recording in advance, so we just have to kind of just go off.
Man United may have lost the last two games. Ten Hag may be banned.
Can't really go off form. We just have to go off what we know about
each team. Form.
I'm going to go Manchester United, and I'll go with a 2-0 win with goals from Fred and Shaw.
Fair enough. I'm not going to start this video off with anything mental. I'm going to go Manchester United 3, Everton 1 for a comfortable victory. That's not pretty mental. I was thinking 6-1. But I'll go 3-1. Manchester United goals, double from Marcus Rashford. I think that's fairly nailed on unless he is injured. But I don't think he is. I think he just pulled out of the international week to avoid fixture congestion. But I think it'll be a brace for Marcus Rashford and a goal for Lisandro Martinez. Everton with a consolation through Ellis Sims, gets on the goal off the back of that goal against Chelsea. Maybe he'll find a bit of form towards the end of this season.
Maybe.
First off, the 3 o'clock kickoffs then, a bit of a Midlands, not really a derby, but it's Aston Villa and they're hosting Nottingham Forest. This game's got the potential for a bit of intrigue. I feel like Forest capable of pulling off an upset here at Villa Park, but Aston Villa, a good side, could run riot. Well, how do you see this going? And try not to be biased.
I think Villa will just about get us over, and I think being at Villa Park will massively help. We know Forest's home form. Forest at home are good.
They're
better than they are away.
Smashed it.
I think their home form's really strong. Their away form isn't as strong.
Yeah.
Villa are kind of similar, really. I'll go with a 3-0 win for Unai Emery's men. And it'll be goals from Ollie Watkins double and a goal from Tyrone Mings.
Interesting little game, interesting little scorers there. I'm going to go 1-0. Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 1. I think it's going to be the forwards bag and Ollie Watkins on the break. Brennan Johnson then will find an equaliser with about 5 minutes to go.
Two very informed players at the moment.
Yeah, two players absolutely smashing it. I think they'll come out of the international break with a lot of form, and I think with a lot to prove. Nottingham Forest need to get out of the relegation fight, and I think, well, if you watched predictions last week, I said they'd get two wins, and I think they could make it 9 points from a possible 9 here. Of course, they could have lost those 2 games and lose this, and then they get none. But based off my predictions, Forest will be in a very good spot.
Right.
I know they get just a 1 point, so 7.5, 9. And Aston Villa, I think they're a good side, but I just feel they've got a slip up in them. I mean, they lost 4-2 to Leicester
a couple
months. Well, yeah, but yeah, so they've definitely got a slip up in them. On to the next 3 o'clock kickoff then. Informed Brentford flying in the league, currently just outside that top 6, and Newcastle heading away to them. But they're in a little bit of poor form, Newcastle, but they are a good team. It should be a good game, yeah. This could arguably be the most exciting game of the game week until we get to the final.
Brentford at home look very strong, but we know that Newcastle are a good side. Yes, they've been a bit patchy recently, bit hit and miss in certain games and dropped points where they really shouldn't have. I can't see any way these sides are separated. 2-2.
Oh, quite a lot of goals though.
Yeah.
Who's scoring them?
Brentford will be Mbuemo and Yanout, and Newcastle will be Isak and Alan Saint-Maximin.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think they're fairly stable predictions. I'm gonna go. I think this is the toughest one to call of this game week. Really could go either way. I'm gonna go 1-0 Brentford. I think they'll just nick it. Newcastle in a bit of poor form recently. And with Tottenham and Liverpool right on their heels, I think they'll slip up again.
Tottenham are ahead of them.
Tottenham are, exactly. So much on their heels, they've jumped ahead of their shoes. So, they're now in front of them. But I think they'll slip up for Newcastle here, allowing Liverpool to potentially catch up with the big game on Sunday. I'll go 1-0 Brentford and a goal from Jada Silva. Don't even know if he starts. I don't think he starts, but off the bench. Big goal. Next up, Fulham, high-flying Fulham against low-hanging West Ham United, currently in the relegation zone as of the time of recording. Fulham, on the other hand, still in the European places as of the time of recording. West Ham obviously in Europe. I think they'll probably be resting up for the Conference League. I feel this is a fairly obvious game to predict. I feel like this is probably going to be a comfy one for Fulham, but what are your thoughts?
I think it's two teams that, one team very strong this season, one team poor this season.
Polarising campaigns,
but
indeed.
It's just going to be one of those games where Fulham, without Mitrovic, without Willian, still without Willian, and without a manager because they're all still suspended by this game week, and West Ham resting, but I'm going 0-0.
Oh, well, that's not fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go... I think Fulham will actually score some goals. West Ham won't. I'm going to go 2-0 Fulham. Goals from João Palhinha and Andres Pereira. They've still got quality Fulham, even without Willian and Mitrovic, and of course Marco Silva. I still think they'll have enough to try to beat this West Ham side, who are in a bit of free fall at the moment. Next up, a massive relegation 6-pointer. The Foxes, Leicester City host Bournemouth. Bournemouth currently second bottom in the league. Leicester just outside the relegation zone. They could end up swapping around if results go the way of Bournemouth. But if Bournemouth were to lose, that would be a bit of a misery compiler. What are you thinking?
This game could go either way. Two teams very close in the table, very
and
close
of course,
on paper.
Leicester could have won 2 games in Game Week 29 and now be top.
I think two sides I can't really separate. I think they'll only be separated by a Philip Billings screamer with 3 minutes to go.
Fair enough. I don't think it's going to come down to one goal. I don't think there's going to be any goals. I'm going to go Leicester 0, Bournemouth 0. Both sides playing some pretty boring football.
Boring Bournemouth.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Leicester are probably going to win, but I think I'll go 0-0 back to Bournemouth to keep a clean sheet. Leicester do look all right, and I think James Maddison is going to have a good end to the season. Up next, there's still 2 3 o'clock kickoffs to go, the penultimate of which is Tottenham, and they host Brighton. Another fairly intriguing game. Both sides who have European aspirations this year. Tottenham are without their manager Antonio Conte following his dismissal, and it's now Christian Stellini in charge. As for Brighton, De Zerbi came in November and since then has been fantastic. His team are playing some lovely football. How will they get on here away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
Absolute turmoil, even though they've got rid of Conte. Yes, Stellini's looked good at times this season, but he's not a manager, he's an assistant manager.
Whoa, that's harsh. Managers in disguise.
Okay.
I think Stellini will should do a good job.
Yeah, but Tottenham in turmoil, no team cohesion, dressing room atmosphere is on the floor. 4-0 Brighton.
Waffle.
No. Jeez, 4-1 because they're at Tottenham Stadium.
Stellini's third game in charge, 4-1 loss. Second.
Kane will score a goal for Tottenham, but it'll be 2 from Mitoma, 1 from Ferguson and 1 from Dunk.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. The thought of Dunk scoring against Tottenham is fine. But brilliant, good one. Probably is going to be a header from a corner as well. But yeah, I don't think it'll be that bad for Tottenham. I think they will lose 3-2 to Brighton at home, which isn't brilliant, but it's not 4-0. I think they'll take it based off our predictions. I think Tottenham's goals will come from Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, and then Brighton goals, Kawara Mitoma goal, Evan Ferguson, and Purvis Stupinian. I'm going to go a little bit rogue with that third goal. But then, up next, Wolves versus Chelsea, the last of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. What are you thinking, Harry?
Diego Costa's going to score, isn't he? He's just written in the stars.
I think he's injured or suspended.
He's not going to score. Then that changed my prediction slightly. Yeah, Chelsea, this season, they've been the masters of dominating game but not scoring many. So I'll go 1-0 to Chelsea, and it'll be a goal through Reece James.
I'd like the thought of Chelsea getting a clean sheet. This has Daniel Podence picking it up from around the edge of the box and just curling in, and Kepa not being able to see it. Written all over it.
Yeah.
Written all over it. So I'm going to go for that. I think Chelsea will open the scoring thanks to Kai Havertz. Then it'll be Daniel Podence's moment, a little bit of magic. And then Chelsea will come back thanks to goals from João Felix. And Enzo Fernandez will win 3-1. Big win away at Wolves. Final game of the Saturday and the third last game of the game week. Southampton host Manchester City, the 5:30 kickoff. Current bottom of the league, Southampton face second in the table, Manchester City. I have to say, I don't think I have many hopes that Southampton are going to keep a clean sheet here, but you never know. Southampton have been playing some better defensive football under Sellas. Manchester City, well, they keep scoring goals. Haaland got 8 in a space of about 6 minutes against Leipzig and Burnley.
I think
Ridiculous, but yeah.
I think City will dominate, but I think the actual scoreline will be closer than people expect. I'm going to go 2-1 Manchester City. I think...
Conservative.
I think... Carlos Alcaraz will open the scoring for Southampton in the early minutes, but City will dominate the game and Southampton won't be able to hold on for the whole 90, and it'll be goals from Haaland and Grealish to get the win across the line.
I'm going to go 10-0 to Manchester City because I feel like...
No, it's not going to happen.
What?
Just no, they're not going to win 10-0, are they?
Why not?
Because Southampton are still a professional football.
They've lost 9-1, 9-0, 6-0 in the last 3 years. They are definitely not different. Southampton 0, Manchester City 10. Man City will break that record for goals in the game for our biggest winning margin because he's 10-1, 9-0, 9-1, all just lower than this big 10-0 win I'm predicting. I think it will be 3 for Haaland,
Yep.
but 4 for Haaland, 5 for Haaland.
5 for Haaland.
It's going to be 5 for Haaland, 2 for Mahrez, a goal for Nathan Ake after his double against Gibraltar in the internationals. Then, I was going to say Edison, but that seems a bit harsh. I'm going to go Foden.
Yeah.
Am I on 9 now?
9, yeah.
Okay, another Man City goal. I'll go Kevin De Bruyne.
10.
If you're a Jack Grealish FPL owner and he picks up he just picked up 3 points to City won 10-0. He might get 10 assists, yeah. But yeah, triple captain Haaland, he's going to score 5. Manchester City 10. Southampton 0. I may have lost my marbles. Feel free to get involved in the comments below if you think I have.
My whole life that's not going to happen.
Wow, join us next week when we'll be murdering Harry. On to the Sunday then, the first game, Leeds United versus Crystal Palace, a 2 o'clock kickoff. Not a lot of excitement for this game, I don't think. Both sides fighting relegation. But I don't think it's going to be as intense as the Leicester Bournemouth. It's at Ellen Road, what am I saying? It's going to be mental, isn't it? Come on. Leeds United having to host Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson in charge. Javi Gracia now at Leeds. The stakes are going to be high. How's it panning out?
Zaha bicycle kick in the 89th minute.
This guy, you delivered that the same way I said City 10-0, but yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be it. The game's going to be so dull. It's going to be just Leeds fans scream at the ref and scream at the players while Roy Hodgson sits there in his armchair and watches Zaha just, he'll go up for it. The ball will be crossed in from the left by the left back and then the ball will be put into the box. Zaha flips over, bicycle kicks it into the top left, runs over to the away fans while the whole of Leeds swears at him.
Fair enough. I've got to give a few different predictions here. I'm going to start by saying if this was a 3 o'clock kickoff, would have been a 3-3. If this was a Thursday game at the same time as another match and nobody's watching this one, 4-4. As it's broadcast on Sunday, just before Liverpool Arsenal, I'm going to go 1-0. I don't think it's going to be as exciting, but I think there will be goals. From Rodrigo for Leeds, is he back fit? Potentially not.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's wagging. And then for Crystal Palace, 4-4-2 is going to pay off. You can bring back Benteke. I don't think you can do that. But it'll be Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew with a goal for Crystal Palace. It's someone that Robertson trusts. I think it's still at the club. So, yeah, I think he'll get a goal in a 1-0 draw with Leeds. On to the Sunday then, the last game, Liverpool versus Arsenal. We're not going to be predicting it in this video. If you'll watch from predictions every week, you could have seen that one coming. But we will be live, of course. We are recording this well before the game, so I don't feel much excited for it right now, but I'm sure in the build-up we'll be going, Liverpool Arsenal, what a game this is going to be. I'm sure it's going to be a brilliant stream, so make sure to join us there. It's going to be a cracker this Sunday. Make sure to join us. It's going to be our first stream in 2 weeks. Obviously our last one was that England versus Ukraine game, so yeah, that is all for today. If you hopefully see you in stream even sooner. I want to see you in the comment section down below. Get involved. I'll be replying to them before we hop on the plane to return to England to get back for stream. So get your comments in quickly before the plane sets off. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you all very much for watching. And if you're on audio platforms, Audible, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Zoop, don't know if that's a thing. Sounds like it should be an audio platform. Make it if it isn't. But that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching or listening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.